Yashi, it's Yashi's birthday today, and Yashi's 3 years old. Yeah, happy birthday, Yashi. Say happy birthday. Come on, everybody, sing happy birthday to Yashi. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yash Raj. Yash Raj. And Yashi, what did you have for your birthday? He had rabbit meat, huh? Yashi had rabbit meat. And then Yashi had bison. And then he's gonna have lamb in the evening. He's getting her special treatment today, huh, Yashi? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we're going to be doing the horoscope of my main girl, Danica Patrick. Yes. And yes, it's Yashi's birthday. He's a fat boy today. He's eating a lot. So I know I was supposed to do the horoscope of Sachin Tendulkar, but when I saw Danica Patrick in a bikini, who wouldn't do her horoscope first? Okay. Unless Sachin Tendulkar wears a bikini, maybe then I can do his horoscope. But since Danica Patrick looks damn good in there, I'm like, I gotta do a horoscope. And plus, today she made history. She was a top 10 race car driver in Daytona 500 and the first female to be top 10 in Daytona 500. It's a car race. She's a very famous car racing driver in the United States and famous in some other countries too, but definitely in the U.S. She's the first female race car driver professionally. Okay, so today we're going to be doing her horoscope. Well, let's bring up her chart. Well, as you can see, obviously, Danica Patrick is an Aries ascendant. And what does that mean? Aries, if you look Michael Jordan's horoscope, Aries is all about competition. It's all about being an athlete. It's all about, using your body and being active with your body. It's about, just going out there and just competing with people. Because this is ruled by Mars. And Mars is exactly what Aries that I just described. And look at that. The ascendant lord is in the 6th house. Meaning, in the house of conflicts, in the house of competition, it's in a war zone. It's a house of dealing with enemies. And when you're in sports, you're doing nothing but dealing with enemies every day. Every time you play, you're playing an opponent. You're playing an enemy. And guess why she is an athlete? First of all, her ascendant is telling us that, okay, she can be an athlete. But the ascendant lord is in the 6th house of conflicts, of competition. But the 10th lord, which is ruled by Capricorn, and 10th lord is your career. These two together are coming in the 6th house, creating a very powerful Raj Yoga. Because Lord of Kendra and Lord of Trikona are together, conjunction in the 6th house. And Mars and Saturn, and including Ketu and Rahu and Sun, these are the malefic planets, natural malefic. Even the sun is a malefic, but when natural malefic comes into the Upachya houses, which is the 3rd house, 6th house, 10th house, and 11th house, they do very well there. So even as a ascendant lord in the 6th house, you'll be like, well, it's a very bad house. Well, guess what? It is a negative house. Like if you saw Deepak Chopra horoscope, he has Saturn in the 6th house, his ascendant lord. So malefic do very well in Upachya houses. This is why she kept growing. But why did Danica Patrick become a race car driver? Well, first of all, we established the fact that she's an athlete. Okay, ascendant in the 6th house with Saturn as a 10th lord, creating a very workaholic person who will work like 10 hours, 15 hours a day to get to where they want to go. Okay, and this is a very competitive spirit that gives them, and no enemy can defeat her. If they defeat her, she'll get up again. She'll keep getting up. So that's one thing. But then what made her a race car driver is that look at the 10th house. 10th house has Venus in there. Venus represents what? Conveniency, vehicles, cars. It's the significator of that. So Venus being in there in the 10th house, while the 10th house lord in the 6th house, her competitive spirit came through race car driving. Now you might be saying, well, Venus is also the karka of acting and modeling and fashion. Well, guess what? Danica Patrick is a damn good-looking model. She has her own swimsuit issue, and she has her own calendar. She has done modeling for different designers. And she came into acting in 2010 when she appeared in the episode of CSI, New York. Okay, so Venus is doing her job as well. However, there's one pretty crazy fact. In 2005, Danica Patrick became famous. Danica Patrick career took off in 2005. Why? Her career took off in 2005? Because she was going through a Ketu Mahadasha. From 2005 to 2012, she's going through Ketu Mahadasha, which is all about isolation, which is all about letting go of things, which is letting go of material gains, which is about the occult. And it's in her 9th house of higher learning. Okay? Well, here's the thing. Like we did my video yesterday on Nakshatra influencing the Mahadasha, look at what Nakshatra Ketu is in. Ketu is in the Nakshatra of Venus. And Venus is placed where? 10th house. So in Mahadasha of Ketu, Ketu started acting like Venus. And Venus was in the 10th house of career. So Ketu became very career oriented. Second, Mars is an aspect to Ketu. So Mars is also influencing Ketu in his Dasha. So Ketu is becoming like Jupiter, okay, solid, but then it's acting like Venus and it has an aspect and influence of Mars on him. So her career took off in Ketu Dasha because Ketu is acting like Venus, who's in the 10th house. However, I guarantee you, she went and saw tarot card readers, psychic, astrologers. She did that. Obviously, I can't say that with guarantee because I don't know her private life, but by looking at this chart, I'm confident enough that she did that. And everybody does that. However, let's discuss another aspect of her life. Now, Danica Patrick got married in 2005 as well. Why did she get married? First of all, in 2005, and she's running to Ketu Dasha. Well, first of all, she shouldn't have. You should never marry in Ketu Mahadasha. But Ketu, she married in Ketu Venus Mahadasha and Antradasha. Why? First of all, Ketu is in the nakshatra of Venus. Venus is what? Significator, karka of marriage for both men and women. And so Ketu was already in the Venus nakshatra, and when Venus Antradasha came, it triggered the marriage. And plus why? Because Venus is a lord of the 7th house. Okay? But here's another thing. She'll always be involved with people from her career. Like she married the guy who was her physical therapist, and now she's involved with this guy who's been a champion in NASCARs. So she's always involved with the professional network. But why did she get divorced? Because first of all, she got married in Ketu Mahadasha. Whenever you get married in Ketu Mahadasha, during the end of Ketu Dasha, it will separate you. Ketu is about separation. Okay? And also another thing you to notice, she actually had to follow a certain religion when she was married. And Ketu is in the 9th house of religion. And Ketu separates you from things. So it separated her from her religion, and she had to follow what the husband was doing. So, but the thing is, because she got married in the Mahadasha of Ketu, it separated her. And so this is why she got divorced. And second reason why she got divorced is because 7th house has Jupiter. Now you may think, well, Jupiter is supposed to do good. It's supposed to keep the marriage intact. Well, she's not running to the Jupiter Mahadasha first. Second, Jupiter is also the lord of the 12th house of losses. So her lord of losses is in the 7th house, in the Markastan. And that triggered all the evidence of divorce. And if you look at the Nimansha chart, Venus is sitting with Saturn, which is what? A successful late marriage. And so, again, it'll take too much time for me to describe these things, like why it happened from, her Nimansha chart and all that. But if you look at her Nimansha chart, you will see that her Venus is with Saturn in the 2nd house. And that's what triggers actually, it's in the 7th house. And that's what triggered the fact that she shouldn't have married so early. She should have waited until the age of 32 or 31. And then she should have gotten married. She's got a lot of money through competition, through defeating enemies, through being in war zone with the enemies. Okay? Why? Lord of the Ascendant, the 1st house, and Lord of the 11th house are in conjunction together in the 6th house, creating a Dhan Yoga. Meaning that wealth through competition, wealth through defeating enemies. So that's what her whole life has been. All right. So guys, this is my analysis of Danica Patrick's horoscope. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know what it takes if you can be a race car driver and athlete, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology at the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. What? You actually made it this far into the video? All the way to the end? Man, you must be crazy! Well, since you're already crazy enough to go this far, then might as well join the insanity by clicking that little button above where it says subscribe here, or you can subscribe below by that little button that you see below the video. And like I told you, if you want to know where your planets are placed, where your conjunctions are, what aspects you're receiving, what planetary time period you're running through, check out this corner link below, okay? Read the directions there, because when you get the book, my Astrology at the Speed of Light book, and you follow the directions by sending me the email, I send you the link to look at your own chart so you can study everything about you. And if you want to read some more articles on astrology and every little details that I've written on my website, check out this corner link below. And this will take you to my website and to my article page where I've written tons of stuff, okay? Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with some more insane video. Bye-bye.